Hey, Zane! It's me! Over here! Hi!
Dad? Did he say Zenny?
What's up, you guys? Thanks for giving us these awesome pre-fight fights.
Get down, idiot!
Days have passed and Bardock still remembered the transformation that his son Kakarot, who named himself Goku, had shown. Bardock began to reflect and saw that Goku increasingly mastered extremely powerful skills. Goku was able to master Ultra Instinct, which, because it was a technique that even the gods of destruction had difficulty using, all of the Saiyans being on planet Vegeta could not detect pure energy. Bardock arrives with Goku at his house and sees Guinea. Guinea, smiling, says, "How was the training of the two of you? You look very different, Kakarot. Oh, what happened to your hair? It's silver." Bardock says, "Don't worry, he's on another level. We trained for hours and Kakarot managed to reach a level never seen before. I feel that he can be the salvation of all of us. If I try to tell you this story, you will surely think I'm crazy." Guinea begins to observe and speaks. "Crazy? What do you mean? I don't understand. He went out to train with black hair just like his, and came back with a totally different face. Bardock takes a deep breath. This is going to be harder to explain than I thought. Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button and subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos and stay well inside our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's get started. Bardock, after a long time, managed to explain to Guinea that for a long time he had been having several hallucinations about everything, and that for some reason he was believing that Goku could be the salvation of the Saiyan planet. Bardock says, "After I started dreaming about an unknown being who said that Kakarot was the child of the prophecy, I started to think that I was crazy, but as time went by, I saw that Kakarot's behavior was totally different, even though he was younger than I was. Than Raditz, his power was almost 10 times greater than his. With that, his strength was increasing exponentially more and more. But when we trained in the morning of today, I had the hallucination again, and I could see that this being again. But when we trained in the morning of today, I had the hallucinations again, and I could see this being again. That said that Kakarot was the child of the prophecy. With that I could see that in different timelines, Kakarot was always destined to fight Frieza." Guinea is shocked and says, "What? Our little son would fight this tyrant? King Vegeta would never allow a Saiyan to do that." At this point, Bardock turns seriously. Guinea questions, "Hey, why are you like that?" Bardock says, "In all timelines, King Vegeta no longer exists. In fact, neither King Vegeta nor any of the other Saiyans, Frieza, afraid that there could be the legendary Super Saiyan, would destroy everyone, thus ending several innocent lives just on a whim, to call himself the Emperor of the Universe." Guinea speaks. "This is very serious. So it means that we're all going to die." Bardock says, "If my visions and dreams are really true, this time, we can do it differently, with Kakarot's help." At that moment, Goku speaks. "Hey, Dad, I already told you that my name is not Kakarot. My name is Goku. And by the way, I think I'm already having control of my power." Goku at that moment deactivates his Ultra Instinct. Guinea speaks. "Goku? I confess that this name is more beautiful than Kakarot. But it'll still be a little difficult to always call you that, Kakarot. Oops, Goku." Guinea turns serious and looks at Bardock. "If that's true, you two are the only ones who can change that." Goku and Bardock look at each other and speak.
We're going to finish them off!
Days and days pass, and Goku with his Ultra Instinct continues his training with Bardock, perfecting his powers. Meanwhile, in space location 507, Frieza's ship. Frieza's army begins analyzing all the Saiyans' data. Dodoria says, "It seems that there are plenty powerful Saiyans on this planet. Your Majesty will find all this interesting. But wait, that power..." Other soldiers look at Dodoria and say, "Captain Dodoria, what is impressing you so much?" Dodoria responds, "There are
3 Saiyan children with high powers here. Children, I need to give this information to the Lord Frieza. At that moment, King Code appears and says, "You mean you want to say something you dare think my son doesn't know? Do you think we're afraid of those filthy Saiyans by any chance? Is that what you're insinuating, Dodoria?" Dodoria, very afraid, says, "No, that's not it, dear King Code." Frieza appears alongside Zarbon and Pui Pui. Frieza says,
See if you haven't made yet another amazing discovery, Dodoria! It seems that those Saiyans are primate apes and are evolving more and more. Just like any evolution, it is natural that increasingly stronger beings end up existing, as they have great power due to the fact that they are many and increasingly procreate. For a long time, they were important to save as our servant, so that they could conquer more and more for us. That's something that would really be fascinating, isn't it? The number of Saiyans is much greater than the number of soldiers in my army. After all, they are a whole race, so it means that each time they can get stronger. Do you know what this means?
Everyone is looking at Frieza, and Dodoria keeps looking with fear. Frieza speaks.
It means that however weak, disgusting, and insignificant you are, they can become a threat to all of us, and that I, Frieza, the great Emperor of the universe, will never leave! In this way, we will destroy planet Vegeta completely!
Zarbon just watches. Dodoria says, "But Lord Frieza, destroying the entire planet of Saiyans will make much of the work that is done by you, and your servants end up increasing more and more."
Frieza looks seriously at Dodoria and says, "It doesn't mean anything. Soon after, we'll find another people to enslave. Let's get them."
Days pass, and the big day of Frieza's attack arrives. All Saiyans are in despair, and large explosions begin to happen on planet Vegeta. King Vegeta, scared to death, says,
"So, it's over. All over. Even though we obeyed Frieza's orders, he wasn't satisfied and decided to eliminate us anyway! But why did things really have to be this way? Damn it!"
Several Saiyans decided not to give up and decided to fight against Frieza's army. Everyone flies into space and begins to fight the soldiers of the great Emperor of the universe. Big explosions happen, and Zarbon and Dodoria, as their great generals, start to attack Saiyan by Saiyan, eliminating them. And that moment, Frieza leaves his spaceship in space and begins to create a large sphere of energy on his fingertip and prepares to launch it over the planet of the Saiyans. At that moment, time and space stop, and the unknown being appears and says,
It seems that everything was about to happen as before, but apparently things have changed a lot. It seems that everything will happen in a different way now. I confess, I'm curious to see how things will unfold from now on. This will be so much fun!
Time returns to normal. Frieza, with his gigantic energy sphere on his fingertip, starts laughing and says,
Goodbye, all Saiyans! This explosion will be beautiful as fireworks!
At that moment, when the planet of the Saiyans would be destroyed, a voice appears and says,
Kakarot, your training ended just in time. The time has come.
Goku responds,
I already said, Dad! My name is Goku! Kame! Kame! Ah!
Goku's attack clashes with Frieza's energy, preventing the destruction of the Saiyan planet. Frieza says,
What? Impossible! It disappeared?
An explosion appears, and from the smoke of the explosion appears Goku and Bardock. Goku says,
It's time for the Saiyans' revenge.
To be continued. So hey, what do you believe and what do you imagine about all of this? Regardless of what it is more than important that you arrive exposing it in your comments so that we can enter into that crazy debate. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.